Welcome to Daily Discipline, the show that fuels your daily grind and helps you build a life of purpose. I'm your host, CJ Ward, and thank you for joining another episode. Now, today's Daily Discipline, I have a special guest, Miss Kim Helm. Thank you so much for joining me. How you doing at this moment?
I'm doing fantabulistic. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing wonderful. They say one
Awesome.
day at a time, every day above ground is a great day. So,
Yes, indeed.
but a little background about Miss Helm. She's a life clarity strategist coach, correct?
Life clarity. Just say life clarity coach, but are you trying to say life clarity strategist coach? So it's like life strategist,
Strategist.
but life coach. Let's keep it simple.
All right. I just want to make sure we hit hit the everything. So she's a life clarity coach, helping women 45 to handle stress and take control of their body, mind, and hearts, and enter into the next stage of a fun, healthy, meaningful life. Now, empowering through wellness, self growth, healthy eating, and mindset tips. Now, creating a healthy space where clarity, wellness, and peace are essential. And I know you have a line where you say the plant rich life is the booyah life. Now, I
Yeah.
want to hear a little bit about that as well. But if you don't mind, just want to give you a chance to introduce yourself to the people. Maybe know where you come from, where you are now, and what you do.
Hey guys, hey, I am from Dallas, Texas. I was born and bred in Texas. Yes, I was. Anytime you hear somebody ask you, "Hey, where you from? Were you born in Texas? You from Texas?" and they say that they were bred, then you know they are definitely from Texas. It's a Southern thing. Um, yeah, so I was a massage therapist for many years. Well, I still am a massage therapist. I don't practice like I used to or anything like that. I just might do favors for people. And at that time I was focused on pain and stress relief when I was doing it. I love massage therapy. I got into massage therapy because of situation that I was having at the time, which was my back. My back had went out and so I wasn't able to work my regular job, which I was a caseworker for the state. I interviewed clients and determined the eligibility for benefits and things like that. So I was in a car accident, and so that made me pivot and go into a different career. And so, yeah, so I help women. Like I said, I empower and to empower and nourish their body, their mind, and their hearts. And what that means is to get your mind right. If your mind is not right, nothing else is going to take place. A lot
Very
of
true.
times we act on how we. People say, "Oh, you're acting on your feelings," but your thoughts determine your feelings, and then you act on that. So if we can fix our mind and have the right thoughts, then and change how we feel about certain things, then we will make better decisions and take action on things that we need to. So a lot of women, when they get to be 45, as they're heading into that time of their life, there are things that are going to take place in their body that nobody may have talked to them about, which has to do with like things like menopause and what you go through and things like that. And so as women are heading towards that, I want them to understand and know what to expect. Everyone's journey is different, but I like to talk about that. And so beyond that, a lot of women want to go into it's the second stage, I guess you could say, of their life. So they want to do some things different. They don't know what they want to do. And so like they need clarity so that they can feel more fulfilled. And so that's what I do. I help
All right.
them out.
Awesome. So, so how was that transition? I know you said you went from, from one field to another. How was it transfer for you?
um, It wasn't hard because I actually love massaging. I didn't know that I would love it. I had only had one or two massages prior to deciding to go to school for massage therapy. What happened was when I was in this car accident, I couldn't really go back to work. And so I was like, man. I need to find a way to make some money. And I can't remember. I think I went to colon hydrotherapy school first. And
Okay.
colon hydrotherapy is another word for that is colonics, where it is water going. It's kind of like an enema, but more. And so it's cleansing the colon because I always had issues with going to the bathroom, all my life. And as a young person, even though I was fit, no fat, nothing like that, but I had issues. And so colonics helped to change my life. So I went to colonics school, but I was still in a lot of pain. So I couldn't work for anybody full time. I said, oh, I like this. So I worked for somebody part time, a couple of days a week. And I was like, oh, I want my own place, but I
Mhm.
need more than one modality, not just colonics. I need to offer something else. So that's when I went to massage therapy school, and Body and Mind Wellness Spa was born. And that's what I did. I helped people get healthy, relieve that pain and stress, and to cleanse their body so they can feel better. Because if your colon's not clean, you know, it creates a lot of problems.
Got you. Definitely. So, like currently, where can people find more information about what you do, and how can they get in contact with you? Like they
Um,
want some tips, or maybe even as a clientele.
yeah, well, I have a YouTube channel,
Okay.
and yeah, I do have a YouTube channel.
Which I'm a
It's
subscriber. I just gonna say
yeah,
that. Yeah. Y'all go ahead and
it's
subscribe. You know.
it's at Kim Helm, and I'm focusing on building, growing the channel. Um, I had been trying to figure out, okay, who do I want? I knew who I wanted to help, but none of us are experts in everything. And so that's one place that you can find me. My IG is I'm Kim Helm, IMKIMHELM. And so that's where you can find me talking about um health, gut health, weight loss, and all those types of things. I do have a natural resource product business, so I help people to, lose weight, get healthy in that way, and then I help you with your mind and your mindset.
Awesome. That's what's up. Well, hey, people, go ahead and check her out. Although she's a family member, I would still support anyway. So,
Oh, yeah, yeah, you haven't said that we were related.
hey, I was gonna let it just come out naturally. But yeah, definitely a little bit about how we met. If you don't mind, we talking about it for a second. Um, so I was what, a student in Texas. My father kept saying, "Hey, you got a cousin down in Texas you need to get in contact with." So we finally was able to connect and been tight ever since. So
Hmm.
she's been amazing to me. Just her life journey and the things she's overcome. That's why I definitely want her to come on and be a guest, just to share the things that she's been able to once again, like I said, overcome and also help others. It takes a village. So
Right.
I appreciate you for your help and your work ethic and everything that you are. So
Yeah. Our fathers are I don't know if are they first cousins? Either their first cousins or my dad's first cousin with his dad's mom. So however that
uh,
worked. So they grew up together, and they are from Kentucky, whereas my dad is from Kentucky, but he moved to Texas, i.e. met my mommy, and i.e. I was born. So yeah, and yeah, he was going to college. Were you going to college, or had you finished college already?
I think I just finished. Either just finished or I was headed out.
Yeah. I can't remember because he a lot of times he's very much into track, obviously. And so you were going to the Texas relays or something like that, I think.
So that
And
was after then. Yeah, came
yeah,
through.
yeah, you were
Yeah, it
going to
was
the
after.
Texas relays, and on your way back from the Texas relays, which is in Austin, Texas, you came through, or on your way there, you came through. And that's all she wrote,
Yeah, that's all she wrote.
Right, right. We have an age gap, so it's not like we grew up together. When you're young, if somebody, I think I don't know what the age gap is, 8 to 10 years or more than that, probably. So if I'm 15, and you're one, we're not going to be kicking it. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm
Right.
45 and you're 30, that's different, you know. So that's how that works, you know. So family, you don't have to grow up together every day in order for you to make a connection and be close and realize, because you can grow up with people, because every time we converse, he was like, that's me. That's how I think. That's what I plan to, you know, we thought alike so much. And I have many we have many cousins, and you know, they don't all think that way, you know, in the way of doing something different, not necessarily not doing more, but maybe have that entrepreneurial spirit, or the spirit of wanting to teach and coach others. You know, we definitely have that in common, the way we think, you know, and as far as other people, um, in relationships, things like that. So, yeah, we definitely have a lot of those things in common. And he wanted me to come on here because of the, you know, this is the daily discipline. And when I, years ago, when I was in a car accident, I'm thinking I'm gonna bounce back, but I never did. And then I just started deteriorating over a period of years. And after, to where I couldn't really, I was in pain all the time, but I could still halfway kind of function, do things. But around second or third year, I was in the bed. And I think I was in the bed for maybe 3 years, literally pretty much 24/7. By that last year, I had to have help just to, I couldn't even help you help me to get out of the bed. And so, and then finally, I decided to have a back surgery, and the first surgery did not work. I was going to see the physical therapist, and I was doing all the things, even though it was excruciating, painful. And she was like, Kim, something's wrong, because I see how hard you're working, and you should be better than this by now. You should be recovered. I'm going to send you over and have another test. And so by the time I got to the other test and all of this, I could barely sit. If I sat too long or lay too long, if the pain got too bad, I could change colors. I got like darker. I felt like I was gonna pass out because I didn't realize how much pain my body was in, because it was kind of shutting down, not the organs, but the pain, from the pain to my mind.
Mm.
And so I finally had the second surgery, and the person that operated on me, I was in the um, operating room, not the operating room, the whatever you call it when your point for your appointment, when you're waiting room. And anyway, I said, hey, can I just go lay, my mom, and can she just go lay down in the back on the floor? She can't sit here, she's gonna pass out.
Yeah.
And he saw me. He was, I could hear him. Who is that over there? Who is that woman over there? And they was telling them. And then he said, bring me her records. And I'm like laying down, like, and when he got my records, he was like, he came over there to us and he said, I'm going to do your case. I'm going to do your surgery. He said, we'll operate on you today, but I got somebody who's already paralyzed. So they kind of take precedence over you. I'm saying, okay, he got jokes while I'm, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
He got jokes. And he said, I don't know how you, and you're enduring in relationship to what he saw on the thing. I woke up the next day and I knew that I was better. The pain from the surgery was so irrelevant to the pain that I had been in every single day for the last 4 or 5 years. And so yeah, so I did that. And then I remember when I was in the bed and my friends would come visit me and I'm laying down, and when you're laid up you gain weight, because that's just what happens a lot of the time. And because people are giving you food that you may not eat, but what do? And two of my friends were overweight, and I was never like overweight, and I, because I worked out and stuff like that back then. And I told them, I said, hey, when I get out of this bed, when I get better, and one day I'm gonna get better before the surgeries, I'm not gonna be fat. Y'all gonna still be fat. I'm not gonna be fat, you know. And they were like, no, you're not gonna leave us behind. And this one comes in to where after I had that second surgery, I didn't go do physical therapy. I went to my favorite park here. It's so beautiful. And I would, my one friend, she would go with me at first because I, you know, I was weak. And no, no, no. There used to be this place called Curves. It was for women. It was like a gym. And I went there for 30 days and I was like on a cane. But after the 30 days, I was not on a cane and I had shrunk the inches, you know. And then I started doing that and going to the park. And even after I would go around the park for 45 minutes, my back would lock up and I would be leaning up against the car, trying for the car. My friend, she would be standing there and we both would be crying hard because the pain was so bad once I stopped walking. But you know what I did the next day? I
What's
went
that?
back and walked again. And the next day and the next day. And then after, I don't know, 2 months, it wasn't locking up anymore. It wasn't hurting anymore. But that same friend she had joined Curves with me, what do you think she was after that? During that third month, she was no longer walking with me and she was no longer attending Curve. You know, so if you want something,
Mm,
you have to go get it. Nobody's going to give it to you. They can guide you, but you have to drink from the well when somebody takes you to give you water to drink. You have to drink it, and so that's what I did. And it's about that end goal. What do you want? And
right.
so, not to ramble, that's it required discipline. And I was like, I know the Kentucky Derby just happened, but it's like the horse when he had those things on the side and he's focused, and there are all these distractions here and there that can stop him, but they don't. They keep right on going until the finish line. And I had all of distractions, pain,
Mm,
exhaustion, depression, you know, all those things, just not wanting to go. Tired because 5 years I've been struggling. So I was, but thankfully I continued on and I saw the end and not the little obstacles and the stumbles in the way. I just kept it moving. And that's what we all need to do.
absolutely. Say live, learn, keep moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely understand that. Um, so if like what have you seen as far as obstacles with others or those that you may have worked with to encourage them? What are some of the, as you say, with the blinders and everything with Kentucky
What
Derby?
keeps
Like
them
what?
from getting there?
Say it again.
What keeps them from getting past those obstacles?
Yeah, either that or like what have been some of those obstacles that you've maybe heard of?
Um, One could be, it depends on what the goal is that they're trying to achieve. One could be, and I hate to use this word, I don't even want to use the word lazy because what's the underlying of the lazy? um, are you sad and so therefore you don't do it? Are you know what I'm saying? You don't believe that you can actually achieve it. You've tried so many times and you didn't succeed. But what if you did succeed? My friend, that situation with my back was my first surgery was 2004. So from 2004 is when I was having issue. It's 2024. My friend is still fat. As I said, fat. She's still overweight, more so now than then. And I'm not saying that to like shame her or anything like that because I've gained some weight because I was laid up for the last 9 months. That's another story. And I get it. But when I see her, she's, miserable and unhappy and still says the same thing. And I have something that could help her, but she won't do it. I have had another friend who's been, she's probably, I don't know, 150, 200 pounds overweight all of our adult life. And she forgot that she used to be small, a size 6. We talked about it one day and she said, and I ain't never been that small. When I met you, you were that small. In our early 20s, you were that small. You just have been like this for 30 years that you have forgotten what it feels like. And since you've forgotten, you can't hold on to it so that you can achieve what it is that you want to get. And with my natural resource products, I've helped so many people, hundreds of people to lose weight. And she said, I believe it works, but I just don't believe I'm going to do it.
Mm,
How sad is that to know that something is working with other people and that you won't even try? I don't like to use the word try. You won't even do it because you don't think you're going to do it. I say, ma'am, we can talk every day and I'll ensure that for these 30 days, do that. But so everybody has some things in their mind that they have to work through. But the thing is, you have to be sick and tired of being sick and tired of whatever it is that you're dealing with. So there are some things that some people cannot change in their
Things
life.
are
If
for
if
people.
you lost your legs, you can't change that. You
Right.
can't get it back. But I posted a picture on Facebook this morning or yesterday morning of this guy. He's a bodybuilder. He has one leg, and the other leg beyond the knee is, whatever you call it, not robotic, but whatever they call those, that's what he uses.
Hmm.
And he is super fit and muscle. He's a bodybuilder. He's a bodybuilder. He competes.
I think I know you talk. I think I just saw a photo of him not too long ago. There's other good competition sometimes, so I think I know who you're talking about.
I saw that and I was like, let me go get on this treadmill.
No
Because there are
excuses.
no excuses. There are no excuses. And people don't like for you to say things like there are no excuses or do it anyway or you can do it, or they want you to placate them. They want you to coddle them. And I'm probably one of the most warm, loving, affectionate, physically and verbally people that you'll meet. But I also keep it very real and straight up.
Absolutely.
And that those other things are not going to get you where you need to be. You don't have to be mean to people, but you encourage them to change the way they think about that thing. But some people, excuse me, don't want to change. Like my friend, she was like, I just don't think I'll do it. And I'm like, okay,
You think
there's
it
nothing
comes
you
from
can.
like a sense of accountability, a little bit?
She didn't even want accountability. I mean, she didn't even want. I said, and I'm not trying to be bothered. I'm not trying to drag somebody along and want something more than they want for themselves. However, I said I will. We can talk every day because she lived in a different state every day throughout the day to make sure you get these first 10 days locked in. And it's a refund if you're not satisfied, and she just don't want to do it. You know.
Well, that's one of the things you definitely could try to motivate and encourage, but you can't force people to do what may be necessary. So,
Right.
uh, it, everybody in their own time. As I know what y'all say, one step at a time, one day at a time.
Even
But
if it takes 40 years. You know what I'm saying? It is, you can't want anything more than they want it for themselves because you're wasting your energy. They have to want it. And so last year she started walking in her neighborhood
mhm,
and she has dropped weight, looks like about 40 pounds.
that's what's up.
You
Good.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm so proud of her. She just started walking. And that's what I used to tell a friend. I had a friend who was really morbidly obese, and I would say, go in your backyard, walk inside the fence 10 minutes 3 times per day. That's it. But you know,
Hey.
oh yeah,
Listen,
I
that
was like,
can.
just do that 5 minutes. Walk back there because by the time you get up and this and that, 5 minutes in the back going around and around 3 to 5 times per day. And just to start something, to move something. And yeah, I recovered quicker probably from that surgery. They didn't do physical therapy or anything, but because when I went to Curse, if you haven't, Google Curse, I don't even think they're open anymore, but it was a huge franchise all around the world.
Okay.
It was women only. And their machines, I think, are like hydraulic press. And so it was really your own strength. And so the stronger I got, the more I did and the tighter my body got. So I shrunk, not necessarily, I think I only lost 8 pounds or something like that in 30 days, but it looked like I had lost 15 or 20. Then the next month, I think I lost a total of 15 pounds, but it looked like I lost 25 because, it wasn't just, cardio or whatever. And so, yeah.
So I believe in that. I'm a fan of calisthenics and all that. So I believe in walking too. That'd be
Yeah.
a daily thing. So listen to the to the expert. Like I said, I've seen her for quite some time and looking at her path, and I definitely continue to push forward because I've been wanting to get you on this show for a while, but time and everything, my side or whatever.
On my side.
But glad to have you on here. If it
Hmm.
was anything that you would like want to say for like a word for someone that may be listening, just to encourage them, like what would that be?
Um, Envision whatever it is that you want, and then go get it.
Then go get it. Simple and plain.
If you if you don't just I would say don't be a dream chaser, be a dream catcher. So you can dream all day long, but it's true. It seems simple and basic. Write down the things that you want, and then what's the thing that you want the most that you can get maybe the easiest, and what three things can you do to make that happen starting tomorrow. One guy that I follow, he's worth like $100 million, and he said these people always talking about how the rich people had these morning routine. He said, oh, I ain't never had no morning routine. I didn't get up, make my bed up. I didn't get up, all the things that they say that I didn't journal. But do, what I do is the night before, he writes down what it is that he wants to get accomplished the next day. And so I say, if you have, you're gonna have many things that you might want to get accomplished. You can write down all 10, say 10 things or 5 things. What are the three that you're definitely going to work on first thing? If you have a job, no, you have to go to your job, but should pick one thing. If you work full time, pick one thing. What's one thing I can do start tomorrow? How long is it going to take me to complete it? If it's going to take you the next 3 days, okay, what I need to do to complete it? How much time do I need to give to it each day? Okay, 25 minutes. So on lunch, when you come home, set a timer, not your phone. If you can do your phone, put your phone in another room
Once you get
so
up,
that if your phone rings, you won't answer it. Because in those 25 minutes, you don't answer the phone, you don't answer the text, and you map out what you need to do to get it. And then when that buzzer sounds, you stop. I forgot what that's called. It's called something that begins with a P. I can't remember a certain type of process of doing it that way, and it works. Even if it's like I want to start working out. I had a friend, they were getting rid of their treadmill. Like, can I have your treadmill? So I put the treadmill in my other room and set a timer. Well, I had to use my phone. That's all I had when I was in that room.
mm,
So 15 minutes, because again, that's another story I get into, but I had been unwell and weak and dizzy and stuff like that. So I say, I like prefer walking outside. Okay, but I had this treadmill. Am I gonna wait till I'm able to walk outside, or am I gonna start doing work with what I have and walk 10 minutes? Since I can't do an hour, but can I do 10 minutes? Am I gonna do the 10 minutes with
yep,
what I had instead of walking outside like I want to do? And so we have to make adjustments. And like I say, and I think I always end my videos with that: envision what you want, and then go get it, or have somebody help you go get it.
absolutely. Because it
Mhm.
was once upon a time I know I called on you. I was like, "Hey, do you know anybody that knows anything about publishing?" You said, "I got a friend," and I was like, "Hey, appreciate it." That's one of the things. Like she said, you have to go get it.
Did we? Uh,
Say it again.
I think we froze. You said I want you to know something about publishing, and then I didn't hear nothing after that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I was just basically saying, I asked you about publishing. You said you had a friend, and I was able to, have a conversation. And I was like, just telling the people you have to go for, really what you want and making a concerted effort. So yeah, just another example of how your advice has helped others. So you're
And ask
appreciated.
people,
Yeah.
ask someone, you know, like he did, who do you know? And it just so happens that I knew somebody who published, I can't remember, did you talk to? You remember the guy's name who you talked to?
Ah,
I think I remember it was Omar.
I want to say, yeah,
I think
because
he's
I
written
know
a
it's been
few
quite
books.
some
His
time.
name, matter of fact, you should invite him on the show. He's
I
written
think I
like
am.
yeah, his name is Omar Scott. He's written like four books, and they are excellent. They're like thrillers, thriller type books, and they are excellent. He's a great writer. So, yeah.
Yes, that's been a many moon ago, but I would definitely love to have a conversation with him now. So
He's written a recent book, maybe last year or something like that. 'Cause I remember seeing him kind of going to different book clubs and different things like that. You know, him posting that he was in different places and stuff like that. So he's written a new book, and I haven't read the latest book, but I read all the other four. This may be the fourth or fifth book. I can't remember, but and they're all different, but they're good. Like you'll
that's what's
finish them
up.
quick. You want to keep reading. So that's my friend. I not know. I'm proud of him for doing that because and he would be a great guest because between I don't know what the second book and the third book, he was not writing. And every time I was seeing him, I was like, finish the book yet? And he was like, no. I'm like, why not? Well, you better get to writing. You're good. And then he did.
That's what's
So we
up.
all go through things to cause us not to continue on our journey. And some things we have to work through. But sometimes we can utilize what it is that we do in order to get over that. I know if I'm dealing with something like, say, in the past, and I was sad or depressed about something, let's say a relationship that I had to end or whatever, even if it's for the best, you may still feel sad because you care about that human being. I would get me a John Grisham novel. If you don't know who John Grisham is, he's written a lot of novels, and some of his
Hmm.
books have been turned into movies like The Firm, A Time to Kill, Rainmaker, all kinds of stuff. I start reading that book at 7 o'clock, finish at 11 p.m., go to sleep, go to work the next day. You know what I'm saying? What I would do, and that's a form of discipline in order to help me get control of my emotion because we're not perfect, we're not robots, but in order for me to get control and not to be consumed by the thoughts and the feelings that I was having, I'd read a book and then I'm okay for 4 hours and then that so I don't have all that in me and then after a week I'm good.
Hey. So you saying that just can self care comes to mind. So I know this will
Mhm.
probably be a discipline, but you think it'll be under self care as well?
Yes, you have to take care of you. If you don't take care of you, and it's not about being selfish, um, it's about being the best person that you can be. Because if you're not, let's say you have children and you're dealing with something, if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of your children. That's why when you are on a plane and the plane is about to crash or whatever, and the oxygen mask comes down, they say put it on yourself first before you put on your child, because you could die in the meantime of trying to put on that child. Put on yourself first so you can breathe, and then you can take care of the rest of the situation.
Absolutely. Like that analogy because it is also true. Um, yeah, I can go on about it, but let's say I want this to be about you. So you speak to the people. But before we go, I know the quote you said the plant life is
Playing rich life.
plant rich life is booyah. I'm trying to
Booyah.
pull it out of you. So
Yeah. See, I
go ahead
say
and explain that.
all the time. Somebody used to say all the time is boo, yeah. And so to me, the booyah life represents When we hear the word booyah, we know that that means something good, something great. Like, yes. And so the booyah life represents that something, the life that you want, a like life that you're happy with. And so that's what I want to help people create, the booyah lifestyle, the booyah life. And I don't really like labels. And so when you're eating a certain way, I eat meat. I mean, I may eat some fish or whatever. I'm not vegan. I'm not vegetarian. I don't even really like to say plant-based. What does that even mean? Plant-based. I don't like that. So I rather have we want to have a more rich and fulfilling life. So I want my life to be more plant rich. And so the plant rich lifestyle means I eat more plants in my life. It's more plant rich than it is, meat, processed food. I try to be as unprocessed as possible, whole foods, real food, and all plant-based food. This is a whole other topic. Is not healthy food, and it's not real food. So the plant-rich life is where it's at. If somebody asks, "Oh, are you a vegan?" Are you rich? No, I'm plant-rich. I'm plant-rich.
Plant
That I hope
rich.
that makes sense. I'm plant-rich. I try to eat more plants in my life.
Absolutely. Uh,
That'll give you the booyah life, makes you more healthier, you know.
hey, you heard it. You heard it, folks. We're gonna be living the booyah life. Eat a plant rich diet.
hmm
I'm all for that.
Lifestyle, plant rich life, no diet, just plant rich life.
That's what's up.
Look
So,
at diet. The word diet is in that.
I
You know
never
what I'm
thought
saying?
about it, but all right, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. But when you say rich, that provides more, and it's more fulfilling, sustainable, and more powerful. So plant rich, because the plants help to enrich your life and your health. So, yeah.
I definitely advocate of that.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I say, once again, appreciate you for being able to come on, your willingness to share with the folks. Um, Definitely would like to have you on here again.
Yeah.
Get a little bit further into maybe some other topics, but I at least
Right.
wanted to introduce you to some of the people that may follow my channel and promote everything you have going on. So I'll definitely put ways that
Links.
the links and everything in the below the video as y'all see later on. But until next time,
Mm-hmm.
hey, keep living that booyah life. And
Yes. And envision what you want and go get it. Or let us help you go get it. Booyah.
booyah. All right, that is what's up. So definitely, ladies and gentlemen, follow this Helm, give her support, and continue to encourage one another. That's something we promote and something we're going to continue to do. So as always, I hope this message reaches you well and helps you along the way. Be encouraged and make this day a great day.